the students in the group that we are going to start two sessions. One session will be the morning session that we are going to start history, and another session which will be the evening session from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Yesterday we have discussed the constitutional history of India or the Constitution of India. Today, as per the schedule, we are going to discuss the India and Telangana history morning 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. So we are starting a somewhat late because of technical difficulties here. Now, today we are going to discuss the most important questions of Indian history. So let us, when we start our Indian history starts with ancient India. Our ancient Indian history starts with ancient India. And whenever we have ancient India, we are going to discuss some of the most important sites of Indus Valley civilization. Now, the very most common question which comes in our exams is that arrange the following sites from east to west or west to east or from north to south or south to north. So we have been given some of the sites which we have to arrange as per the vertical order. For example, we have n number of sites. In the Indus Valley civilization. And please remember, the most easiest way to solve this question is to first take the map, the Indus map, and mark the sites which are on the banks of the river. For example, we have Jhelum, we have Chenab, we have Ravi, we have Ganeriwala, we have Kordiji. So these are the sites which are very, very close to the beaches. We are very close to the banks of the rivers. Now some of the sites which have been given, which are asked to be marked from north to south. For example, the topmost site is Manda. All the students who are listening to this video, download the Indus Valley civilization map from the HD quality. Please download the Indus Valley civilization map in HD quality from Google Maps, and post it in the group. Because we have what the soft copy which we have is very light. HD quality Indus Valley civilization map, and post it on the group so that it is very clear to all the students, so that they can refer afterwards also. So some of the sites which are very, very important when we are arranging from north to south is Manda. Second, we have Harappa. We have Kalibangan, Mohenjo-daro, and Balapur. So these are the sites which were arranged from north to south. Now when we see the map, if you can just search it like most important sites of Indus Valley civilization, they will give only the sites. The background will be white and the sites will be marked. Please see where we have the sites. Now we have this site. We have this what you can say? Only maps and sites is something. Indus Valley IBC sites. Now we have the very first. When we see I want you to please, the students who are noting down the sites, please write down the sites which I am telling you now. From north to south, Manda is at top. Second, you have Harappa. Second, you have Harappa. Third, you have Rakhigarhi. Next, you have Banavali. Then you have Kalibangan. Then you have Ganeriwala. So these are the sites which are being pointed out here. Ganeriwala. Then you have Kordiji. Then you have Chanudaro, Balakot, Balakot. Then you have Dholavira, Balakot, Dholavira. Then you have Lothal. Then you have Rangpur. Then you have Rangpur. So these are the important sites. They are for education purpose. We have lot of sites, but which are the most important sites which are been in news recently? The very first is Manda. Second is your Harappa. Third you have Rakhigari. Fourth you have Banavali. Fifth you have Kalibangan. Then you have Ganeriwala. Then you have Kodiji. Then remember this. Please remember, Kodiji and Mohenjo-daro are side by side. Kodiji and Mohenjo-daro are side by side. Very less difference. Kodiji and Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is on the left side and Kodiji on the right side. Then you have Chanudaro. Then you have Dholavira. Then you have Dholavira. Then you have Lothal. Then you have Rangpur. These are the most important sites when we arrange from north to south. Now, if you want to arrange the important site from west to east, from west to east, you will get Mohenjo-daro. Then you will get Kodiji. Then you will get Chanudaro. Before the very first, the most westernmost site. Please remember the westernmost site is Sutka-Genda. Please remember the westernmost site is Sutka-Genda. Sutkandor. Sutka-Genda. The westernmost site is Sutka-Genda. Then you have Balakot. Then you have Balakot. Then you have Mohenjo-daro. Then you have Mohenjo-daro. The Kodiji and Chanudaro are in the same horizontal pitch, on the same horizontal path. Then you have Ganeriwala. Then you have Ganeriwala. Then you have Rangpur. Then Harappa, Kalibangan, Banavali and Manda. So please try to, whenever you are solving the questions of India map or any other sites, please try to remember in a way from vertically north to west, north to south, west to east, so that the questions you can solve it very clearly. So I hope this is clear. After seeing the map of Indus Valley civilization, let us come to the Harappa. We have Harappan economy. Let us understand the characteristics of Harappan economy. Now, please remember, Indus Valley civilization is also called as Harappan civilization. Why it is called as Harappan civilization? Because the very first site which was discovered in the Indus Valley civilization was Harappa. So we call it as Harappan civilization. Now let us understand the economy of Harappa or Indus Valley civilization. Now, Harappan economy was based on trade and exchange activities. Harappan economy was based on trade and exchange activities, and it was not only import, it was for export as well as import. We used to have trade with Mesopotamians and diverse cultures within India. Please remember, we have intra-trade as well as inter-trade. Please, at that point of time, there was no concept like India. We have the Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization used to trade within India as well as outside India. They used to trade in Karnataka region, in Maharashtra region, and outside India, Mesopotamia, today's Iraq, Syria, and Iran areas, the Arab areas. Harappan operated a trading colony in northern Afghanistan. Please remember, whenever we call it as Harappa, it is on the northwestern side of India. The northern side of India, where we have present-day Pakistan, we have Afghanistan, and this side Punjab, and all the way till the UP. Then you have Harappan trading colony in northern Afghanistan, strategically enhancing trade with Central Asia. Now I want you to please note down the homework. Please try to get all the countries which are in Central Asia, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan. Most of the questions. It is very important for international relations. India, international relations with Central Asia, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. These are all Central Asian countries. So most of the trade with Harappans happened with the Central Asian countries at that point of time.
Names of the Central Asian countries.
Yes, names of the Central Asian countries and their arrangement with borders. The Harappan envisaged in extensive trade. So what? So we have understood that there was trade relations with the Harappan civilization, with the outer India as well as inner India. Then what they used to trade? The question is what they used to trade. They used to trade with stone, metal, and shell articles. Involving stone, metal, and shell commodities. Then please remember that shells, CP and all, the stones which you get at the beaches. Shell, we have this motif. We have this what you can call pearls. Then we call as shell commodities. Now please remember there was no metal currency. Indus Valley civilization did not have any metal currency because we never had the iron there. Indus Valley civilization we do not find any iron, which means that it was a peaceful society. It was peaceful society. Now as we do not have a metal currency, what does it suggest? Our ancient India is based on inferences. Now as there is no metal currency, how they used to trade? They used to trade in the system of barter system, exchange system. They used to have the barter system, which is nothing but exchange system, which is coincidence of bonds. Harappan artifacts such as seals, materials have been discovered in Sumerian sites such as Oman, Bahrain, Iraq, and Iran. Now, please, all students who are listening, have a map, outline map, or the political map of the world, and mark these sites, Sumerian sites. You might get a Sumerian site. Arrange the following Sumerian sites in a chronological order, or in a north to west or south to east. So you have to be very clear where is Oman, where is Bahrain, where is Iraq, and where is Iran. Now, whenever we are talking about these sites, it is important for international relations. Exactly. Now, when they have trade, they used to note down anything. Whenever something transaction happens, they used to note down. Now we have inscriptions. Now there is an inscription called cuneiform inscription. There is an inscription called cuneiform inscription in Mesopotamia region. In Mesopotamia region, reference trade contracts with Harappans, and they call these trade contracts using the term Meluha to denote the Indus region. Now please remember, Indus region is called as Meluha. Indus region was called as Meluha, which was written in the inscriptions called in the form of cuneiform inscriptions.
The Meluha they also referred to as Shivaro.
Yes, at this point of time. So you have Meluha. Indus Valley civilization was referred as Meluha in the Mesopotamia trade contracts. In which inscriptions? Cuneiform inscriptions. Called as cuneiform inscriptions. Harappans actively interacted with various regions in India. Now you have to remember that Sumerian sites are called as examples of Sumerian sites. What are the examples of Sumerian sites? Oman, Bahrain, Iraq, and Iran. Meluha used to denote which region? Meluha denote which region? Indus region. Where? Mesopotamia region. In what inscription? Cuneiform inscription. This is very important. These lectures are not only important for groups exam but also for UPSC and all general studies exams. We have common syllabus. Please remember, we have common syllabus for general studies. Now, Mesopotamia received exports. Now, Harappa actively interacted with various regions in India, acquiring raw materials and engaging in processing activities. Raw materials and processing activities. We have seen the stone, metal, and shell commodities. Now, when we see the Mesopotamians received exports from Harappans. Now, when we send our products to other countries, we call it as export. And when we take product from another countries, we call it as import. So we used to export what material to the Mesopotamians, such as Mesopotamia received exports from the Harappans, that is, we call it as Meluha, including carnelian. These are the name of the stones. These are the name of the stones. If you want, you can just Google it out. How the carnelian looks like. Carnelian, lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is a stone which is a very shiny stone. Lapis lazuli, copper, gold, and various types of wood. Please remember, even wood was also exported from. Now, now you might say, sir, today's Indus Valley civilization, when we see that is all desert region. Where we find wood? Where we find bush? We do not find any trees in the desert region. Please remember, at that point of time, the present day desert was once a lush green forest. Because of the climate change, because of the global warming at that point of time, that forest changed to the desert today. And we are talking about not today or yesterday, we are talking about 3000 years ago. At one point of time, and when it was all gone, today we find it as a desert. So even wood was also present at that point of time. Harappan seals, weights, dice, and beads have been unearthed in Mesopotamia. So how do we know that we used to export? So during their excavations in Mesopotamia, we find seals, Harappan seals, weights, dice, and beads. Now, evidence of such as Harappan jar found in Oman. Harappan jar, the wood, the pot or the earthwork. So we find the Harappan jars in the Oman. Oman is which region? Oman comes in which region? As per our historical term, Oman comes in which region? Oman is a Sumerian site. Oman is a Sumerian site. We found Harappan jar. We call it as Harappan jar. आज का बोलते उर्दू में घड़ा बोलते. Then we have substantive extent of Harappan trade connections. During Harappan period, iron was not yet discovered. Iron yet not was discovered, but they used to be agriculture. Harappan did not have iron, but they used to have agriculture. Now, how they used to turn the earth? खेती कैसा करते थे हम लोग? They used to have wooden plows. Now, please remember, we are learning history in terms of inferences. Now, whenever we talk it as inferences, if we do not find iron material, it means that it was a peaceful society. We do not have metal currency. So they used to have barter system. And as we do not have metal, so we did not have iron plows, but they used to have agriculture. They used to do the agriculture with the help of wooden plows. So be very clear here. So one thing, if one thing is absent, it has different meanings, different connotations. So after understanding the economy of Harappa, next we are going to the sub part of the economy itself. If there is a trade, if there is a thriving economy, there used to be some market. There has to be some market. Now in market, whenever a person used to take something, now even when we go, आज भी अपन जब दुकान को जाते, when you go to a grocery shop, they used to weigh. Today we have digital weighing machines, but before the digital weighing machines आने से पहले क्या थे? तराजू थे. So तराजू में क्या रखते थे? Weights, we call it as baht. Even at that point of time, वो टाइम पर भी हरप्पन्स के पास weights, they had the weights. Now please remember, we call it urban civilization. We call it IBC as urban civilization. Why? Because they used to have a precise weights and measures. Precise weights and measures evolved economy. The Harappans developed precise weights and measures due to their involvement in commercial transactions. Involvement in commercial transactions. In the previous topic, we understood that we used to export things to the other countries. Now, to export things, we have to have a quantity. Now, how the quantity is to be measured? By weights. By weights. Necessitating standardized units. Now, please remember today when we go into a shop, when we have this weight, we will have 1 kilo weight, half kg. If you have seen, जो कितने पाव किलो के बाटा मिलते हैं, 200 grams, 50 grams के बाटा मिलते हैं, 100 grams के बाटा मिलते हैं. Now, if you go to museum, you will find all these things. We have this. Please remember, the weights which they had, the shape of the weight were cubical. They were cubical, and the stone they used to make this cubical was chert. CHERT. Cubical chert weights have been excavated from Harappan sites, revealing a binary system of weight ratio 1 kg, 2 kg, double of 2 kg, 4 kg, double of 4 kg, 8, double of 8 kg, 16, double of 16, 32. So we used to have the weights in this ratio 1 is to, 2 is to, 4 is to, 8 is to, 16 is to 32. Today we have a kg system, kilogram system. Now please remember, at that point of time it was not kg. They used to have that a standard measure as 1. Then we have the double of that 1 is 2 units. Double of 2 units is 4. Then you have 16. Then you have 8. Then you have 16. 16 we have 32. So they used to have a very commercial transactions involving precise weights. The weights made of chart reflect a binary number system. This system of 1 is to 2 is to 4 is to 8 is to 16 is to 32 is called as binary system. It is called as binary numbering system, providing a structured approach to measurement. A small weight within a 16th ratio is found in weight 13.63 grams. Now please remember, 16th ratio, the small weight is 16th ratio. Today, if you measure today, it is 13.63 grams. It is 13.63 grams. So very accurate, very precise. If we measure, the 16th ratio is 13.63 grams. Harappans utilized a measuring scale. Now we have the weights, then we have a measuring scale also. Today we have a scale. Today we have plastic wooden scales. 1 meter is how many centimeters? If we have today, we have MKS system as well as CGS system as well as SI system, internal system. Today we have 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer, 1 centimeter is how many millimeters? 1 centimeter, how many millimeters? 10 millimeter is 1 centimeter. Then you have 100 centimeter, how many meters? Or 1 meter, how many centimeters? So similarly, they have Harappans utilized a measuring scale where 1 inch, today 1 inch how many centimeters? 1 inch बोलते कितने सेंटीमीटर होते हैं? Now as a civil engineer, I am from being a civil engineer, I should be knowing exact the measurements. So what is 1 inch? Today's 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. 2.54 centimeter. At that point of time, please note it down. At that point of time, 1 inch is equal to 1.75 centimeter. At that point of time, 1 inch is equal to 1.75 centimeter. So they might give you a question. Today's 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. During Harappa time, what is the scale of measurement? Their 1 inch is 1.75 centimeter. So by this we can understand how precise they were and how advanced their measuring techniques were. When you take weights as well as lens, right?
But they have increased.
Why?
They have increased.
They have
Increased. 1.8 short to 1.5 inch measurement is saying.
today. Today technology has changed. Today technology has changed. Today we have advanced technology. Today we have advanced people also. There at that point of time, the people used to say, "Yeah, okay, 1 inch is equal to 1.75 centimeter." Now today we don't agree with that. Today we have technology. We are in advanced 21st century. There should be some difference.
Their advance is different from our advance.
Yes, advancement is very subjective term. Advancement is very subjective term. Today we have technology. Today we are, what you can say, I'm giving a lecture from a remotest place and you are listening to this lecture in a remotest place with the help of technology. So today technology is different from today's technology. But still they are very close to us. They are very, very close to us. Then we have seals and artifacts. After measuring this, then we have seals and artifacts. What they have seals? They are, for example, if we give something, if we ask, today we take tokens, today we take acknowledgements. These seals acted as acknowledgements. आज कभी आप किसी को कोई चीज देके भेजाए तो दे दिए बोलिए क्या मतलब क्या प्रूफ है एक्नॉलेजमेंट लिखे देता रिसीव्ड बोलिए सिग्नेचर so this seals acted as acknowledgement. What the proof that it is of your only? So they used to have seals. Thousands of seals crafted from steatite. Now please remember the weights are of which stone? Chert. Now seals, most of the seals which are formed in Harappan civilization is of steatite. We have steatite, very soft stone, which we can what you can say, which you can carve it very easily. Thousands of seals primarily crafted from the stone steatite. Majorly it was steatite, but other stones were also used. Agate, shirt, copper. Copper is a metal here. Then you have faience and terracotta. Terracotta is the earth. Terracotta is the earth. Matti jo bolte hain. Matti. Today we have bricks. We make bricks with the help of earth only. The matti se ही बनाते हैं. मट्टी से आप क्या करते हैं? You put it in water. You put it and you put it in you heat it oven. So similarly at that point of time we have terracotta discovered by archaeologists. These seals feature intricate animal figures. Intricate animal figures. We have now what in the seals what animal figures are being shown, such as unicorn, intricate figure like unicorns, bulls, rhinoceros, tigers, elephant, bison, goats and buffaloes. Please remember this one of the UPSC question. Cow is not mentioned in this seals. We do not find the carvings of cows, but it does not mean that a cow does not exist at that point of time. But we do not find the figurines, the what you can say, the animal figures on these ones. Cow does not figure in this. Please remember unicorn, bulls, rhinoceros, tigers, elephants, bison, goats and buffalo. So we can also say that they were rich in fauna. They are rich in fauna, the animal this. Then you have craft manufacturing centers.
This different figure series does refer to different value of.
Yes. If for example, if you today it is like coins do we have, metal coins do we have today. If you put a peacock, if you put a tiger, what do you mean by that? They are national animals. But because of having the tiger and peacock stamp on that metal or on that steel, the value increases. The value increases. Similarly, they might have levels. If you have bull, if you have a banjo, if you have a goat, if you have buffalo, the value might be increasing or lowering. Not because of the stone, that because of the carving they have.
Because each figure, each animal refer to different
yes,
kind of.
If we have tiger, अगर इसको tiger बोल दे तो मैं बाबा को जाता हूँ और उसको बंदर बोले so we used to denote people because of their levels अगर if the person is very courageous we call it as share tiger or he is very happy if like how many of you might have been called by these names schools में आपको बुलाया होंगे किसी को बफेलो बुलाया होंगे किसी को मंकी बुलाया होंगे तो this denotes the levels the value system right so many of you who are listening to this they are called as many names tigers rhinoceros bisons goats even the goat is very famous in our cricket this cricketer is called as goat please find it out then we have craft manufacturing centers now our Indus Valley civilization were not only very good at economy they are very good at what you can say craft centers Nageshwar and Balakot are identified as specialized craft centers now when we in the very first point we have seen a Nageshwar site whenever we mention any site you have to go to the map and find it out where is Nageshwar site the Nageshwar site is very at the south region south of Dholavira at the last
and also side to
Rangpur the left of Rangpur
yes.
is it on the bank or it is on the it is not on the bank
No.
it is at Nageshwar in the south of Indus Valley civilization
Nageshwar is present in Pakistan or it is in
please find it out
Balakot is in Pakistan.
Balakot
Pakistan.
Balakot, India. We have Balakot strikes. In Balakot, sorry. We have Balakot strikes. Please find it out. Where is the Balakot? It is present day Pakistan, Balakot. It is present day. So when you see that India map is here, Balakot is in Pakistan.
Yes.
That side of the border. And even Nageshwar, please find it out. It is on the border side. It is a very border side. You might get a question: which of the sites are in present day India, and which are the sites which are in Pakistan today? Then we have craft manufacturing centers such as Nageshwar and Balakot, identified as specialized craft manufacturing centers. Now these centers focused on producing shell objects. These centers focused on producing shell objects like bangles, ladles, inlays, which are distributed to other settlements. So we have these objects like bangles, ladles, and inlays, which are distributed to other areas. Now let us understand the trade and economy. The Harappan economy is primarily characterized as which economy? Please remember this. The Harappan economy is primarily characterized as urban economy with a substantial reliance on trade. Even today, when we call it as India, our trade, what is the worth of our trade? What is the worth of our trade today? Worth of our trade. How much export do we do? How much import do we do? You can take it as on a gross level, how much export and how much import, and we can take it as at the individual level. Your homework, all the students who are listening to this lecture, your homework will be to find it out what is the trade value, how much export do we do and how much import do we do, and what are the different objects or the articles do we export and do we import. We import crude oil. But we are the largest exporter of crude oil objects, crude oil made objects. Please remember this. Then we have craft centers. Now please remember Harappan villages produced sufficient food grains. We are an Indus Valley civilization was an urban economy, but it does not mean that they did not have any villages. They had villages and they had sufficient food grains, not only for feed themselves, but also to the town people. Even today, we are living in an area we are living in India today. How much, how much population are in villages and how much population is in urban centers?
Maybe 65.
What is the urban population?
65, 35.
Crudely, 65% of our population resides in villages, and 35% of the population is in urban areas. Now, आप लोग का होमवर्क ये रहता, कितना पॉपुलेशन परसेंटेज तो 65 35 है, और मेजरली ले लिया तो 60-40 ले लो आप. But how much area in India comes under the urban population and comes under the rural population, which you will find in India 2024 book. You will find in India and the people will के chapter है, उसमें आप there is a very clearly written the latest numbers, how much population is found in urban, how much population is found in rural areas, and how much area is urban area and how much area is rural area. Find it out. Then you have, they also practice pastoralism. Harappans also practiced pastoralism, but it was not predominantly a pastoral economy. We are Indus Valley civilization was an urban. Charvaye मतलब जो those who take the those primarily occupation is of rearing of animals. That is called as pastoralism. Now we have different sites. After understanding the economy of Indus Valley civilization, let us focus on some sites. I have already told the important sites. Now some of the important sites are Kalibangan. Kalibangan. Now this word, the name itself says Kalibangan. Kali means it is a black color. The place where black color bangles are found. The place where black color bangles are found. The site is called as Kalibangan. In this Kalibangan site, we found ploughed field. Ploughed the field. When the earth is being ready for irrigation, the earth is being ready for what is it say? For agriculture, it is called as ploughed field. Bronze figure of a bull. Bronze figure of a bull. So we found metal. But iron is absent. But we have bronze metal.
Present day India.
Kalibangan, present day India. We find ploughed field. We found bronze figure of a bull. Second is Lothal. Lothal is very famous for dockyard. Now, whenever we say that we have exports with other countries, now for export we used to take material from this point to that point. So at that point of time, we should have some kind of arrangement. We have waterways, and when you have a waterways, there should be a dockyard to park the ships. So the dockyard of Indus Valley civilization is Lothal. The copper dog and the bird is also found. Copper, we found metal, copper and bronze. Please remember, we have metals also in Indus Valley civilization, but iron is absent. But we are finding bronze and copper. We have Mohenjo-daro. The most famous object just found from Mohenjo-daro is bronze dancing girl. Bronze dancing girl. Banavali. We have a site called Banavali. In this Banavali we find terracotta models of the plough. Now they have terracotta models. Now what is a terracotta model? The models today we have small figurines. Now please remember, they are very small objects. Now can we imagine something which does not exist? We find these all dog, bird, bronze dancing girl, terracotta model of the plough. It really existed. The figurines can be found. The prototype, in engineering language we call it as prototype. Whenever there is something, we first make a prototype to showcase it. Now these are the prototypes. When a prototype can exist, when it existed in the real. Please remember, these are all prototypes. From this we infer that this existed at that point of time, even in the real world. Now we have So this was all about the Indus Valley civilization. Today we are going to discuss. So we have all these questions. We have discussed the important sites of the Indus Valley civilization. We have discussed the economy of the Indus Valley civilization. We have discussed the weights and measures of the Indus Valley civilization. We have discussed the important sites. Now, after taking a break, we'll talk about the Vedic. After Indus Valley civilization, there is a break, and after that break, we have a Vedic culture, early Vedic culture. Then we have later Vedic period. Then we have all these kingdoms, and we can understand chronologically. Okay. So take a break of 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll start again with the Vedic lecture.